Hey everybody, long time no see. Thought I'd show off the Kenner collection, or at least what's left of it, slash a little bit of a few guys that I added to it since I didn't really have anything from Return of the Jedi. So this is what I have from my dad's collection all the way up to me collecting a little bit more and adding to it. Don't have the vinyl cape Jawa, have the normal Jawas, which they have the same body. So I've got 3 of them. So far, we're gonna say which ones they make 6-inch Black Series of. So far, they do make a Jawa. We have OG blonde Luke with the weird lightsaber that comes out of his arm. Not sure why they did that. Everybody probably lost it. Mine's still there for some reason. But yeah, him. And then everybody, all the different Lukes had different painted hair, so Luke's hair is either blonde or brown. We don't know. Hoth Leia. Mention in the comments if you guys want to see certain characters as Black Series. I probably want to see Bespin Leia, but here's Hoth Leia. There's R2. R2's in Black Series and most recently 40th anniversary. This is what's left of him. The sticker kind of disintegrates. I probably need to update that. It's just these figures are so expensive. He's in the regular Black Series, first one that came out. We got Greedo. This is Greedo with the weird suit. Not sure what they were thinking with this one, because that's not anything what he wears when he's wearing that like orange vest. Emperor. They make him with like fabric clothes in the Black Series. So we've got him. Here's old Ben Kenobi, as his name Ben Kenobi. I guess he's in Black Series. The little thing on his lightsaber kind of broke, but it's still...
Hello there.
It's still there. And then we have Ultra Swag Lando. That is just now... What is it? May of 2017, they just now made a Black Series of Lando in this uniform. The OG uniform. This doesn't look like him at all anymore. This is the one I wanted to make into Black Series, the Bespin Leia. I don't even have an updated figure of this. This is one, I think they made 2 different figures of this one because they didn't like her neck, because she has like a man neck, so they painted it the color of the dress on the other figures. Paint's scraping off, but these are old. I mean, these were my dad's and they were mine, so they're going to be getting kind of worn out. This one is one that's super worn out. This is one I bought way later that I found in like a toy bin. I think it was like $4. I mean, they knew it was Star Wars. They knew what they were selling, but it's not in particularly good condition. So we got its Trap, Admiral Akbar. We got the OG Leia. Admiral Akbar, I'd like to see him as Black Series. She's Black Series with the fabric dress. I don't have this figure right here. I don't have her vinyl cape. I have it, but it fell apart, so it just counts as loose. So that's her. Maybe they did different faces of her. I don't know. I think that was controversial too, because boys aren't supposed to play with girl toys, or toys that are girls. Here's Hoth Han from Empire. He's the one that goes in the Tauntaun. I don't think I have a Hoth Luke. Unless this guy's Hoth Luke. He might just be Hoth Soldier.
He's the original. And then when they sculpted Hoth Luke, then they just had him as generic Hoth Soldier.
So currently, right now, in 2017, he's generic Hoth Soldier, white guy.
But that first wave, when Empire Strikes came out, he was originally Hoth Luke.
This guy, it would be cool. Oh, they do a Hoth Luke as a Black Series. Comes with the Wampa. It would be cool if they painted him white, with white uniform, and then they made him like Director Krennic, bowling ball head, as we called him when I was little. That's what he is. So this month in May, they also made him as a Black Series. He's really hard to find. There's one of the Ugnaughts from Empire. The little guy's trying to throw C-3PO in the furnace. I've got 2 of them. They're the exact same thing. Probably the little apron thing's gone on a lot of figures. on these guys. Here's Dengar from Empire, one of the bounty hunters. Not sure if he really had a backstory or anything at this time. He's got all kinds of backstory now. And it's cool he's a playable character in the new Battlefront. Here is the Bespin. What's this guy? Bespin what? Bespin guard?
Yep.
He's not a pilot of the twin pod, is he?
Nope.
He's just to stand there and look cool with Lando?
Yep.
Okay. So that's him. Here is Weequay. He has a name now. I don't remember what it is off the top of my head because they made Weequay, I think, the species. But he's one of the skiff guard guys on Return of the Jedi that throws everybody into the pit. Here is two different, well, they're the same. It's just one of them slightly more worn out AT-AT drivers. I don't actually have the AT-AT. But there's them. Maybe they're kind of worth something. People probably try to army build with these guys. One that I got later that I didn't originally own is Lando in disguise. He's probably supposed to have a helmet, which I don't have the helmet. So there's that. Because he looks better than this one. On faces, definitely. You can see the difference between Episode 5 and Episode 6 right there. We've got 2-1B, the medical droid from Empire that helps Luke when he's in the back to tank. This is like one of the best figures ever because he's clear on the back. The original statue of this guy they didn't know what the feet looked like, so he's just the torso up. So every figure you'll ever see of this has different feet. I really want this as a Black Series. There's R5-D4. Stickers falling apart. I really need to update this one. It's just really hard to find these guys at a reasonable price that I'm willing to pay anymore. So I'm just kind of stuck with the old ones right now. They do make him recently. He's a GameStop exclusive only version, Black Series figure. Here is Snaggletooth. I think he's a guy that was in the Cantina background alien. I think they used his head for Bosk, the bounty hunter, or they used, because I think he was first. This is the red variant, which is different than the blue one. It's worth a little bit more. I think it came with one of the play sets, like the Underground Jabba's torture chamber playset. I think that's what it was. Torture for the droids. He looks like he should go in Star Trek or something. He looks like Star Trek. This bag back here is original C-3PO, which it's really, really, really hard to keep him whole. His arm broke, and it's just like this white, plasticky, ceramic type stuff. So I definitely need to replace him, but their joints, they get so loose. They're just like that. Between the yellowing and the stormtroopers and the looseness of him and the other ones, these guys, it gets pretty crazy. This is a Death Star droid. I had one of these originally, and then I found 2 more, so I bought them so I could like have a whole bunch of them, since this is the best figure that didn't need to be updated from the Kenner. When they updated him in the 90s, he was black. Because there's one on the Sandcrawler that's silver, and then there's one in the Death Star that's black. So I think actual Death Star droid is the black one, and they mislabeled it because this is obviously the one that's in the Sandcrawler that makes the noise and looks at C-3PO and doesn't want him to escape or whatever.
Yeah. Which
is in there. We got the power droid, everyone's favorite. Everyone loves the power. It's just like a plastic box, aka the Gonk droid. And he has this little rubbery thing, so a lot of times that's gone on the figures too. Or the stickers are gone. I think he's supposed to be essentially a gas can droid. We got the Snowtrooper. I only have one. Probably need more. Yeah, that's one of the other ones, kind of like the Leia that I had it, but it just like fell apart, and I was just like, I'm sick of this. It's just getting thrown in there with the guns. So that's what's going on there. I've got 3 of what I would call the generic Asian Luke, because he has the black hair, unless that's the visor. I always thought it was hair. This one came with the X-Wing, this one came with the Snowspeeder, and then that one was loose carded. So when I was a kid, I would do either all of them as generic pilots, or I would make this one Luke for X-Wing, this one Luke for Snowspeeder, and this one Dak the Gunner for the Snowspeeder. They're all the exact same figure. They weren't going to update that. So, that's what's going on with them. Here's the one that goes with 2-1B. This is FX7. The other one that's helping back to Luke. He's got the twisty head. He's got the head that goes up. He's got the little arm, the legs, arms, whatever it is. Lots of times whenever you see these, the legs are missing. They don't really stay in there. If you stick them in there, they pop out. Even like the newer, like 90s version I have of this, the legs break. But I've still got all the legs on this one. Here's the infamous mail it in to get him, Boba Fett. Mail in the little UPC codes. This one's getting kind of dinged up. This is not the crazy rocket firing one. Obviously, I can't afford that or find it ever. But there's him.
From Hong Kong.
In all his glory, yeah, from Hong Kong, because apparently there's a Hong Kong one and a Taiwan. Here is Hammerhead. They later renamed him. Pretty sure his name is Mo Ma Naden in the 90s, with the super buff 90s one that came by itself carded, and it also came with the bar, but it was missing the vest, because I have 2 different ones of the same thing and I bought them brand new and they're different. But yeah, there's him. He's a good guy. I'm pretty sure he's a good guy. Never figured out where his mouth was. I think it's under there. They need to make him a Black Series. Boba was a Black Series, and the white one. Snow Troop was a Black Series. AT-AT Driver is Black Series. And I think that was it of the ones I just did. Not him. Yes, C-3PO was Black Series. Walrus Man, I don't remember his name. Put his name in the comments if you know his actual name, that when they named it in the 90s. This is super not what he wore, just like the Greedo. I don't know what they were thinking with this, but there's that. Here's my favorite. Here's Bosk, the bounty hunter from Empire. That's the one I was saying the head, I think, was originally the Snaggletooth, and they were just like, let's use the same head, make it a different guy. Not sure why his head's a different color than his body, but all the figures are kind of like that now. He's supposed to have really, really long arms. Not sure what his flight suit is, but it is slightly different. Classic OG Darth Vader with the cape. Of course, the cape's always gone on all of these, or the lightsaber's gone. So there's that. I think that's cool. The front of his uniform is like totally different. He's missing some armor. He's supposed to have like a skirt cape, but I guess they weren't that advanced yet. Bespin Luke, as I call it, Bespin Luke, because that's what he was wearing when he was in Bespin with Lando, when it was a trap. And there's a Black Series of him. This one's actually pretty cool for Empire, because he's got like the gun holsters and the lightsaber and all that junk on him. But pretty sure it's the same head. Maybe his hair is slightly different. No, it's the same head. Speaking of head, this is pretty sure this is skinny head Han, because they made a fat head and then they made a skinny head. Redoing the sculpt. Yes, he's a Black Series. And the old man Han from Force Awakens is also the Black Series. Here is the, I guess, indoor trooper guy. This is a generic guy. So, I don't know what his name is. It probably just says indoor soldier. I don't remember what it originally said. All that's glued on him. Just so you can army build with those guys. I don't even have any of the Ewoks. I don't have hardly any of that Return of the Jedi. I thought I had 2 of these, but I could only find one. Here's the Tusken Raider. The ones where you could actually like take their clothes off. He's just wrapped like a mummy underneath it. which I thought was pretty cool because they just don't want to expose their skin to the sun because they're just like those nomad warrior to hide their numbers, kill everything that moves in their territory type creatures, even though I guess they're human. Here's a generic Hoth soldier guy. Have to have them for the Hoth play set that I have. There's that one, and here's one that's slightly better condition. They're the exact same guy. Here's one of the original stormtroopers that can't turn his head, just like the AT-AT driver. That's why they're bad shots, I guess. Almost all the ones I've seen of this have extremely yellow arms and legs. For some reason, mine doesn't, even though it's been exposed to the elements and everything, so I don't really know why they do that, unless you just look up on YouTube how to bleach them and such. We've got freaking what's his name? Lobot. There's actually a skin you can play of him in Force Awakens, which is kind of crazy. Lobot's central computer to Lando for the Cloud City. But I don't really know what he's supposed to do. He just stands there and looks cool, and he's just like he's kind of like Data from Star Trek, I guess, but if he uses the computer too. That's what it reminds me of. And then we have the Gamorrean Guard. I don't think it was called that on the card. I don't know if he had a name yet for sure, but that's what he is. And he's just little stupid things Jabba can mess around with and feed to the Rancor when the Rancor is complaining it's hungry, I guess. So that's what he is. That was all of them. Put in the comments if you want to see any of these other guys as Black Series or anything of the sort, or which ones do you have. I know I still have a lot to go. I'm not done. It's just I don't want to pay a lot of what they're going for, because most of them are going for what eBay is actually selling them for. So rate, comment, subscribe, and see you guys later. There's the difference on the Lukes. He's still got the bullets in his leg. He's still got the little buttons and stuff. I'm pretty sure that is supposed to be a visor, though, even though I don't know, it's not yellow. But yeah, it's the same card on this one. Oh, he does not wear gloves. He's not wearing gloves, which is dumb whenever they redid this figure for the Snowspeeder one. He's supposed to be wearing gray gloves and boots, and it's like a thicker version because it's winter. Here's the Black Series Vader. There's another regular package one. This is like the set that has the stand. It looks like the original set that these came in. Belt's different. Belt's lacking all the things. See, he's still got that gun holster. That's pretty spot on, other than just he's not blue, he's just wearing black. But yeah.
And that Lando really is different, huh?
Oh yeah, here's Lando. Which there's like, how many years difference in these two figures? Like a good, like 4 decades of difference. The belt's actually extremely similar. The shirt's similar, pants are the same. Just cape's different. I mean, but there's been so many other Lando figures since then. Really, it's spot on the body. Which they make as a Black Series as of now, with real fabric clothes, which is really cool. This one only has one little bandolier. This one has two. I think it's pretty cool though.